TIFU by buying my mom a DNA Ansectry kit. TIFU, well it's kinda ongoing FU. Not sure what to do. Bought my mom a kit last Christmas. She does it and we read the results with no big revelation. I'm contacted by someone stating to be my mother's half-sibling trying to reach my mom. After exchanging a few messages, it is determined that this person's father had an extramarital affair with my grandmother, making my grandfather not my biological granddad. Which also means my mom's father isn't her biological father and her siblings are only half-siblings. She also has another family of half-siblings that she doesn't even know about. My mom doesn't know how to use the computer too well, so she hasn't seen any of the attempts to connect with her from this second family. I'm curious, so I've been talking with them, but now they want to meet my mom. I don't know if I should tell her. I just don't know if she needs to know. That would be heavy, and her parents as well as the other guy are deceased. We can't even ask any questions at this point. I'm so torn. TL, Dr. Mom has a different dad after I bought her DNA kit and now family wants to meet her. I didn't tell her yet. Congratulations, you've found yourself a genuine rock and hard place. Humans, been coconut around since the dawn of time. 23andMe, we can tell you how everyone is related genetically. Everyone, great idea. Later. Everyone, surprised Pikachu face. I found out a few years ago, right before I turned 50, that my dad wasn't my real dad, and my 3 siblings were half-siblings. My mom admitted she cheated with one of my dad's friends, and I was the result. I found out my real dad died back in the 1980s. Tell your mom. You're not responsible for any of this. Let her deal with it however she deals with it. Let the truth be known before more people pass away without knowing. Your mom's an adult. I think she deserves to know and decide for herself. It's great that you want to protect her from possible heartbreak, but ultimately I think it's something you should tell her. That's my opinion, of course. Whatever you decide, I wish you well. It should be your mom's decision to communicate with the new fam or not. You probably should tell her. You should tell her, as she has a right to know. It might be easier to handle with both of her parents deceased, since you don't have to worry about ruining relationships. TIFU by listening to the Frozen 2 soundtrack while waiting to pick up my GF. When Frozen 2 came out, my girlfriend, 37F, and I, 37M, went and watched it. I really enjoyed the songs and have been listening to the soundtrack every few days after. Today I went to pick up my girlfriend at the train station and got there a little early. As usual, a song from the Frozen 2 movie was stuck in my head, so I figured I'd listen to it before she came. It worked and we went to go shopping and eat lunch. After shopping we went back to my place and told me that she couldn't stay over tonight because she had family stuff to do tomorrow and had to do some prep for the party tonight. We watched some videos on YouTube, and as it was getting close to her having to go home, I figured we could get in a little sexy time before she left. We went to my bed and starting fooling around. She got her O and then I got down to business to get mine. This is when my banana up hit. The whole time I'm trusting, all I can think about is those Zucchini Frozen 2 songs. The one Olaf sings in the woods was the main one that was stuck in there. I'm not sure about you guys and girls, but it's kinda hard for me to nut when I'm thinking about Olaf. Although this is Reddit, so I'm sure there are plenty of you that can, and for you guys there's r/rule34 / that's butternut btw /. The more I thought about it, the harder and softer things got. Several minutes and a few positions later I kinda gave up. Luckily my GF offered me a BJ and I was able to get mine in the end. I don't really think about anything when I get those. I then dropped my GF off at the station so she could go home, and while I was walking back to my place I told her why I was having troubles in the bedroom. That's when she told me that Frozen was forbidden on Saturdays when we meet up. TL, Dr. I cheesecake up by listening to the Frozen 2 soundtrack and then couldn't get Olaf out of my head during sexy time. Well, at least it will all make sense when you are older. Smile. Your GF is a real trooper and one to keep. That she is. At least you didn't yell out Samantha. This is fine. Yes, Frozen 2 soundtrack is so good. I completely understand how that happened. TIFU by going on a better date with my daughter than I have with wife in 8 years. Let me 32M. Start by explaining my use of date. My so, 39F, let's call her K, and I have 2 children, one let's call O is 10M and C is 11F. About once a month or so K and I have what we call a bonding day with each kid individually. Today was my day with C and her day with O. O wanted to stay home and watch shows I don't particularly like and play Lego. It sounds like a great time. C wanted to go ice skating and she wanted me to pick an activity as well. K is very strict with the plan kind of person. I like to have an idea and run with it. So how was our day? It started at lunch at a faux place because I really wanted a pork banh mi, while there she wanted a Starbucks and I had a leftover gift card, so I sent her over. We ate lunch on the way to the ice skate ring with the plan to do my activity next. After 2 hours of ice skating, we were both exhausted and I didn't want to start mine yet because I needed to sit for a while. So I thought, I haven't had a mani in a long time, that sounds nice. We head over to a local salon and she talks me into a mani/pedi. After a relaxing mani/pedi, we head to my activity, a gun range. I shot my gun and rented her a pistol 22 because I wanted her to be more comfortable with the size of the gun. It went awesome. She had a great time and was so proud of her paper target that she wanted to keep to bring home to show her mom. We had a tough time all day trying to figure out what we wanted for dinner. Finally, we came up with a great plan, Olive Garden, because we knew her mom was not a fan and would feel like she missed out. While waiting for our table, she was watching silly YouTube videos while I texted her mom pictures and videos of what we had been up to so far. After she saw them, she said, I feel like it's good we don't do this on the regular. You guys are having a nicer date than you and I are going to have on our anniversary. This is when I realized I fucked up. She wasn't wrong. It wasn't on purpose and almost no planning went into, and yet somehow she was right. That day put together was better than anything we have planned for our upcoming anniversary. Got home to ASO that is understandably annoyed. Let's just say the couch looks pretty friendly tonight. TL Doctor, I took my daughter on a wonderful day out that blows away what I have planned for my so for our anniversary. Now I'm gonna have to sleep on the couch tonight. You didn't zucchini up by having a great time with your daughter. A great daddy/daughter day is what life is all about, and cheesecake anyone that challenges your right to it. That said, it really sounds like you and your wife need to start communicating better. You basically had a day with your daughter that on paper your wife wouldn't have enjoyed, and now she's jealous of it. Marriage is about compromise, and two people finding a life that suits neither of them perfectly as an individual, but works great for them as a couple. For example, 2019 saw my 16th wedding anniversary, and it's been the hardest year of my married life. My wife and I were growing in very different directions. After a lot of serious talks, she's working on being more motivated, and I've been putting a lot more effort into dating her again. Well, I've forced myself to learn to love Taylor Swift, her favorite artist, just to give us something to bond over. Just do something better for your next date with your wife. Ask her beforehand if she wants to wing it or plan it out. Don't reduce your time with your daughter, increase it with your wife. This is a sweet TIFU. I know you're not here for advice, but my so is the go with the flow guy, and I am comparatively the planner, because some things require reservations and advance tickets because damn it there was a 30% off Groupon. And appropriate footwear because now I'm in heels and you want to spontaneously go to a driving range and it just doesn't work that way. What really helps is when he at least lets me plan my mindset. Just say, hey, let's have a spontaneous day my way. We won't do anything that jeans and walking shoes can't handle. There will be lunch and dinner, but besides that let's see where the day takes us. And then hopefully you don't have to prep the couch to have an awesome cool day when your turn with O comes around. Smile, or if you do, post back. You treated your daughter to something special and wonderful that she is always going to remember. It's not going to matter how much money you spent or what exactly you did, she's going to look back on this and remember the quality time and the memories you made. That's incredibly important and priceless. I hope that your argument with your wife won't put a damper on how great of a day you and your daughter both had. As for your wife, maybe sit down and have a talk about her feelings regarding your relationship and lack of alone time together. Then maybe plan a surprise for her for your anniversary. I hope everything works out okay. And props to you for being an awesome dad. You need to work on your relationship with your wife. Life is constant work. I feel like the one major thing holding back a date like this today is childcare. It's been so long since we have had a day alone.